Hello, thanks for joining. Today we'll explore budget changing rules in RevealBot. Alright, let's create our first increase budget rule together. Click Create Rule and choose to create the rule from scratch. First things first, we need to give our rule a name, let it be increase budget test, and select the ad account that we wanted to check. Next up, the filters. At this point, it really depends whether your rule will apply to CBO campaigns or ABO ads. If you want your rule to change the ad set budget for ad sets where the budget is defined on the ad set level, so in this case, this is called ABO, you need to make sure that you have ad set selectors in the filters, and also make sure that your filters are also targeting ad sets. So in our case, the rule will be checking active ad sets. And if you want to change the budget of a campaign and your budget is defined on the campaign level, so this is CBO, make sure to reselect campaigns and also change the filters to campaign level. So let's choose campaign status is active. And if you have any kind of tags in the campaign names, for example, if all your campaigns where the budget is on campaign level have CBO in their name, you can add a respective filter. Campaign name contains CBO. Now let's go down to the task settings and choose increased budget for the task. You will see a whole range of settings in here. First of all, you can set a maximum cap on the number of times your rule will affect the same individual item. So if I don't want the budget to be increased for the same campaign more than once a day, I can keep the frequency limit as once a day or choose any alternative options here. I'm going to stick with once a day. I can also choose to increase my budget by value or by a custom metric. For value, there is a percentage option and a currency option. I'm going to increase my budget by 20%. And you can also set the maximum budget cap so that your rule does not push the budget above a certain amount. So I don't want my budget to go over $1,000, so I'm going to put this number in. We are done here, we can save and now work on the conditions. However you choose to do it, you just need to make sure that your conditions are able to identify a well-performing campaign. I want to increase the budget of a campaign if it has more than 4 purchases and the purchase ROAS is higher than 3. So first of all, let's add the purchases condition. So website purchases are higher than 4. And I want my rule to check the data for the last 3 days, including today. Now let's add another condition. And since I have an AND operator here, my rule will trigger only if both conditions are met at the same time. So in this case, I'm choosing ROAS, website purchase ROAS, going for the same time frame and adding greater than or equal to 3. Please also make sure that you customize other settings of a rule, for example, the schedule. The schedule decides how often your rule runs checks. I selected every 15 minutes, and this means that my rule will check every 15 minutes, and as soon as my campaign reaches these metric values, the budget will be increased. Remember how we set the maximum cap of once a day for the task? This means that the budget of the same campaign will not be increased more than once a day. But my rule will be checking to detect this well-performing campaign every 15 minutes. So now our rule is ready. We can start optimizing our budget. You can save the rule as a draft or set it live right away. And that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.